Before, people thought Spill Sesh was like maybe a company, kind of untouchable in a way. And now you are like a person. Do you think now you're putting a target on yourself?
Oh my God.
Are there any creators like you hate?
Oh, I hate.
Like,
what the heck? And that's one to hate.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of egg, how does it go from like Jeffrey asking for your address to him like blocking you?
It just wasn't working out.
Why'd you guys break up?
Let's get into it. This year, I'm gonna let Factor Meals handle some of my problems. I've always struggled with handling a balanced meal, but Factor is a meal delivery service with fresh, never frozen meals. In 2 minutes, you will have a hot and nutritious meal that will promote a healthy lifestyle, and with over 35 meal options, you could let Factor handle the stress when meeting your meal preferences. Whether you are looking for something calorie smart or protein packed, Factor Meals has all the options, from keto to veggie and much more. For lunch, they have effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers, which you can enjoy without a microwave. And of course, their dinner options are amazing. I go for the Protein Plus option because there's 30 grams of protein in just one dish. So what are you waiting for? Head to factormeals.com/Sloan50 and use code Sloan50 to get 50% off. That's code Sloan50 at factormeals.com/Sloan50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Factor Meals, for sponsoring this episode, and enjoy.
Welcome back to the Let's Get Into It podcast hosted by me, Sloan. Today we are joined by Spill Sesh. Hey. I am so glad to have you back on.
Jump scare for anyone that hasn't seen yet.
So Spill Sesh is actually Kristi.
Yeah.
If you guys have not seen in her reveal video, definitely go and check it out. We will link it below.
I can't believe it.
I can't either.
I can't process it. For context, we filmed it yesterday and Sloan was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was definitely a scene. So just so you know, this is Kristi.
Yes,
Are you doing your last
Kristi.
name?
No. It's not really anywhere.
Is that a secret?
Yeah,
We'll avoid it for now.
I guess we'll avoid it for now.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
The scaries.
I've known Kristi since December 2021 is when we first met.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then it was right before I moved to Florida, and then we hung out in Florida, and we'll get into more backstory.
Yeah.
But I've known her for a while, and it's like, I'm like, I don't know, it's like such a secret. So it's so weird to like,
I know.
have you on camera. You're actually here as you.
I wish I could see it from the other perspective almost of like all my friends that already know and like have been keeping the secret. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know how they did that for me. I love them so much. But yeah, that's just crazy that it's out now.
Yeah, especially, I mean, even credit to you though, you've been able to keep it under wraps. Like I feel like you're so like private with it and it works out, and like that's like territory I could not imagine like if I was the one to like expose it. I'd be like, I would go so much
Could you
guilt.
imagine?
I would run away. I would be just gone.
And people thought it was gonna be you.
Oh, really? Well, I've had this secret for a long time, so I'm glad that you're on here.
And you kept it.
Yeah,
I love you for that.
I did. I mean, there's some people who we like drunkenly told when we're like,
yeah, we definitely drunkenly told people, or sometimes it would just like come out. Honestly,
but it wasn't really threatening.
No, but there would also be times, because I hated the question, oh, what do you do for work? Mm-hmm. Anytime I went on a date or like someone on a dating app asked me, or even just like going out to dinner with my friends and like, their friends would be there, or coworkers or whatnot, they'd be like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, I would give a different answer every time. Like,
really?
It was all within the same lines, but
like what? Like, so like journalist?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm a journalist, because that was like my history. That's like my past. So it made sense. It wasn't like I was lying or like, trying to seem like better, like whatnot. But that's what would, come up. And then people be like, oh, who do you write for? Can I read your stuff? I'm like, oh, well, it's a little more complicated. Or if I'm like, oh, I work for myself or things like that, there's always like questions that follow. So I immediately am like, oh, what do you do? Or like something. But anytime it would come up, it would be a different answer. And sometimes I would be honest. I'd be like, oh, I do like an anonymous like Gossip Girl type of thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Deuxmoi? And then they'd be like, no. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, you're going to have no idea
there
anyways.
You go. I just have no idea what to say to you now.
Yeah, well, are you going to say YouTuber now?
Maybe. I guess. Yeah, but I'd probably give like a little more context to it.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I feel like then they would like go on the page, they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What's this?
Like, where are you?
They're like, yeah, why are you not in the videos?
Yeah.
Or like, who is this voice? Especially if they clicked an old video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because so the channel's gonna stay the same kind of content every day, like daily news, gossip, YouTuber drama, but your voice will be your voice now.
Yeah, I think it's trying to just use my voice.
What if you get like complaints? Like what if people are like, I want the old voice back?
I'm scared of, because I like the old voice. So I wouldn't be offended if other people also like the old voice, because I'm really used to it and I like it, because that's the voice I hear in my head. Like that's what it sounds like. Because everyone
you've like been listening to that for so long.
But like everyone hears their voice differently. Like you know when you like talk, that's like you sound like a certain way in your head, and then when you record it, everyone like hates their voice.
Yeah,
they hate the way they sound because it's like a little different.
Okay.
But yeah, so when I'm like putting that filter on, I'm like that's how I sound in my head. So whenever I hear like the real voice, I'm like, who is that?
Yeah. It's just gonna make life easier for you to like create content, right?
Especially on TikTok. Like TikTok is so quick, and I would love to just like make stuff in the app instead of having to go to my computer, put the filter on, like editing in
What's
there.
the filter called? Like it's
called Monster in Final Cut. Yeah.
Oh no.
And you put it on like low and then like down to like 13%, and then
really every time you do that?
But I don't have to do it every time now, because it's like I just copy and paste it. Like copy and paste the settings. Yeah.
So if someone wanted to like mimic your filter, that's what they would do.
Monster, yeah, pretty much. That's the 13%. Secret. The Morgan Adams filter. That's what they should call it.
So let's talk about the reveal, because that video went out. It has millions of views. We're filming this like ahead of time. So yeah, it's got millions of views. It's #1 trending. So
#1 trending.
Why did you like decide? We'll talk a little bit later about like why you decided to reveal, but why did you decide to have like Manny a part of that moment, because it is so big?
Yes. Okay, so we talked about this when I was on the podcast last, that I had recently thought about the idea of if I were to ever, and I really never thought I would. I think it was just like a little dream that I had, like, okay, maybe one day, but the stars started to align. Like once like I met Manny and he agreed to that idea, it was just like, I just don't think I can miss the opportunity to do something like that. The first video I ever made was about Manny. So it made sense to me that it would be a fun thing for us to do together, for him to be in the video that I reveal, since he was that first video. Yeah,
and it's such a different video too, because back then you were not even using your voice. You were just putting text on a screen.
Just text on a screen to the two of us in a video together.
Is that video like live?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can go see it.
It really is like 1,000 views, or like maybe even less. But it's just 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yeah. Text on the screen of Manny, calling him out for striking T-Spill's channel.
Yeah, which is like, actually, is that your friend that you have?
I do love her.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are like actually friends, but we don't know who she is though, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had Manny come on, and it was really fun to watch. Like I was literally there, like stage dad.
Oh my God, like, I know. You have like so many videos on my phone, and I can't even watch them because I'm like scared. I'm like, I can't watch it till it's like all done and ready, and then I'll be good. I just need to see it like when it's
you don't want to psych yourself out. But it was beautiful, and you like had you did your makeup.
Just, like, revert. We don't do it.
Yeah, it was like your quinceañera. Like it was like your makeup was like perfect.
No, he said it was wedding. He said it was wedding day makeup. Honestly,
wedding day glam.
I never do my makeup like that. I don't think I've had my makeup done by anyone since like I went to prom.
Yeah, it was a lot of makeup, right?
Yeah,
like taking it off. What was that like?
A ton of makeup wipes, and then like washing my face, and I was like, oh my God, do people do this like all the time? I'm just like imagining like everyone in Hollywood getting glam all the time. I'm like, oh my God. But it was so fun. I didn't want to take it off.
Yeah, no, it looked really good.
Especially the lashes, because I don't know how to do lashes to save my life. So
yeah,
I was like, oh, this is amazing. And he was so great. I was so happy that he wanted to be in the video and just make it a full circle moment.
He was a good sport about it.
He was so excited, which made me like so excited, because I was nervous. I was like, how's it gonna go? What are we gonna talk about? I wanted to get like all my points and stuff, but I also feel like, okay, I really wanted the video to be fun. That was my main thing. I didn't want to just reveal myself and then it's me on camera talking about myself to everyone, just like, oh, I did this, and like this is what my life has been like. And all these facts about me. It felt like having someone else in the video, and then we're doing an activity also, made it more entertaining, because there's like a lot to go over. I guess like all this time like trying to introduce people like to me after all these years. So I was like, how are we gonna do it?
Yeah, no, and I like that because I feel like you don't need to give it all away right away. And like it takes the pressure off of like you. And then Manny's like been, on camera for years.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So like some people would say that you like chose someone who's somewhat problematic. And I'm not like one of those people. Just kidding, Manny. But like a lot of people think he's problematic because he like, is friendly with certain people out there, like James Charles and such. So
well,
do you
he
like
talked about that, he's been in drama and stuff, and obviously I made a video about him. So that's like what started my channel. But I felt like I just really wanted it to be a full circle moment. It felt right. And that's why I wanted him to be in it.
Yeah, I think it was perfect. And it was like fun to watch. And
I feel like he had good humor and like he's funny and he's fun. So it was going to make for a really good video.
Do you think I had Manny on my podcast, so everyone loved it. So I think that everyone's gonna love your video as well. But like, do you think there's like, are you worried at all? I don't think you're worried at all, but are you worried at all that like you're coming out with your face for the first time, and then there's some people out there who may think he's like literally the worst person ever, and do you think that can like pull your reputation that you're just now establishing down, or?
I don't know. I mean, I hope not. I hope people like that have watched my videos for a really long time would know like where my heart is and like values and things like that, and knowing right from wrong, and like wouldn't think like I made like the worst decision ever. And I'm sure people are going to say something. Like there's always people that are going to say something about anyone. Like I get hate comments on any video I do. There's always something that someone wants to pick apart. So I'm sure people will say something about it. And I'm aware. I'm aware of that. Yeah. It really was about that.
No,
I thought it was so funny.
Yeah. No, I think it's
cute. He was so game because I'm like, that wasn't the only video I ever made about Manny. So the fact that he was down to like, he said that was the thing. When we were filming, he talked about understanding drama channels and taking accountability for things, and that he's had people that he's gone to like drama channels and they've like told him, hey, like, you did this, and then learning from that and really taking those words to heart and growing and being better and stuff. So I think that's,
yeah. And I mean, it's full circle, but it's also on brand. Like, I think it's the perfect reveal. So I think A+ for that. We'll have to see the final cut. And
I can't wait to see the final cut. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I edit all my videos. But this one, I'm like scared because
is it good to do music in the background or something, or is it gonna be just like?
Sure.
You're gonna have a lot of edits, aren't you?
Yeah.
I want to see the first round though. You need to share it.
I edit all my videos, but this one in particular, I was like, I am so freaked out about it. I need someone else to do it because I need it to be perfect. Like, I need it to be so good.
Yeah.
And we talked for so long when we were filming that I just wouldn't even know what to keep and throw away.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's a lot of pressure, so I think it'll be good.
I'm trying to make it fun for everyone.
Yeah. Well, so you've been like obviously in the YouTube world for a long time. I think it makes sense they had Manny on, but there's been other moments too where you've interacted with, influencers, and they only know you as like Sesh, which like some people could assume that you're like a company or something along those lines. I mean, now we know it's just you, really just you.
Surprise. Everyone that thought I was a company. I wish, like, come on, give me some employees or whatnot to help me out. Everyone that told me that I was a company or it was a group of people, I was like, I wish I had an extra set of hands because it's like me, like digging for stories, like every day, like sitting at the computer editing, and I love it. Yeah. But sometimes when there's like nothing going on, and I'm like, I really want to make a video right now, but there's nothing to talk about, and I'm like, I wish there was like someone else like searching with me or something. But thanks, guys, for thinking I was a company.
Well, you produce so much content. The videos are that good.
Like, wow.
Yeah, and I mean, I think also altering your voice in a way too, it kind of mimics that like electronic-ish like
the AI. Yeah, I'm a bot type of deal.
Yeah,
someone like typed it in, and I'm like robotically saying it.
Did you like go in with the mindset that you would be like anonymous forever?
I don't know. I think
have you been planning this for years at this point?
Yeah, I've been plotting it this whole time. I'm gonna take the mask off. It's actually Morgan.
Well, people have been talking about you, right? That also kind of prompted.
Yeah, I saw Trisha mention on her podcast. She was like, "Who is Sesh? I want to know who she is." I was like, curiosity is still there because honestly, it's been a while now, and the Shane Dawson theory and Morgan theory had like floated by. Some people still thought it, and I would still get comments here and there, but I didn't know like people were still thinking about it. So I was like, okay, Manny just agreed that he would do it whenever I was like ready to do it. There's curiosity still. Maybe now would be a good time, and I'm kind of like itching to expand and do more. I feel like there's so much more that I want to do, and maybe like not on like the main channel, but the second channel.
Yeah.
Like I had a podcast at one point and I really missed the podcast. I don't know if I would do a whole podcast again, but I would love to do sit down interviews with people, or like deep dive with people and go to events and interview people on the red carpet, because like those are things that I used to do and I really love them, and I would love to get back to it.
Yeah. No, it'd be fun. Like, it made me think of like Ace Fest, and like imagine if we like went there with a camera.
We would have got kicked out.
Yeah, I know.
Because Rich Lux and Madcaster got kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They definitely wouldn't have let us in.
They
But
would have banned us for sure.
so now you're like a real person. So these people who have like interacted with you or have known about you for years, they now can like look at Kristi and be like, this is the
That's
girl
that
to
bitch.
blame. Yeah. So like people have like messaged you before.
Yeah.
You've been around people like Tana. Like just talk a little bit about like, I mean, so Gabby Hanna and you, like she's like MIA right now. But at one point,
she's MIA.
but she DM'd
did-
you.
Yeah, a while ago when she was in, I mean, she's always in drama, but it was one of the time periods where she was calling a lot of people out, and she thought that I had made a video about her, and I had like made videos about her, but I hadn't made a video on this particular topic, and I think she had tweeted out something or said something that accused like my channel of talking about it, so then people were like, why would you do that? Like that wasn't true. And then she ended up DMing me and be like, do you want me to take that down? I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I just saw like thumbnails and just thought that you did like mention that or something. But yeah, there's definitely been people that have come.
Was it a good conversation? Or was it fighting?
No, I think I was scared. I
'Cause
was
you,
like,
like,
what is
messaged
she
a
about
lot.
to? Yeah, there was a lot of messages.
Yeah, but it was good.
But I mean, I would say it was good. I think the whole time I was scared. I was like, what is she saying? Because there's just a lot going on with Gabby at like all times whenever she is online. And so I think I was just like, where is this going? And always expecting like any conversation I have like to get out.
Yeah.
So
Where is she now? Do you know?
the last time I saw she was doing something was she did a podcast like a couple
Like just
months
featured as a
ago.
guest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was they were in a sauna.
Yeah, I saw that. I think did they have like
Yeah, they were like in a sauna,
With, like,
and she said that she was staying offline, and
probably good for her.
yeah, good for
Yeah.
her mental health. I think it's for the best. I think it's for the best, truly, because things were not good. She let that stranger in her house.
Yeah. That was
no.
so weird. I could not do stuff like that. Like going to
No.
someone's house and then
No,
like
no.
record.
That was so scary.
Super
No.
bizarre.
But yeah, people have come into my DMs and try to like defend themselves about
Yeah.
things that have come out about them, or like tell their side.
Time is flying by this year, and in no time it will be New Year's Eve and we will be planning our resolutions. This year, I'm going to let Factor Meals take over some of my problems. I've always struggled with handling a balanced meal, but Factor is a meal delivery service with fresh, never frozen meals. In 2 minutes, you will have a hot and nutritious meal that promotes a healthy lifestyle. With over 35 meal options, you can let Factor handle the stress when meeting your meal preferences. Whether you are looking for something calorie smart or something protein packed, Factor Meals has all the options from keto to veggie and much more. I let Factor Meals handle my entire day. For breakfast, I like their cheddar egg bites or their apple cinnamon pancakes. They also have beverage options like cold pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. For lunch, they have effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers, which you can enjoy without a microwave. And of course, their dinner options are amazing. I go for the protein plus option because there's 30 grams of protein in just one dish. So what are you waiting for? Head to factormeals.com/Sloan50 and use code Sloan50 to get 50% off. That's code Sloan50 at factormeals.com/Sloan50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Factor Meals, for sponsoring this episode, and enjoy.
So when you like, wait, is your Instagram going to be public now? Your Kristi?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but
I think-
also, I'm not sure if I just like not. I feel like I'm not going to use it. I feel like I really want to use Spilly as my
Like
main.
post your pictures of yourself on there?
Yeah, I think so, because it'd be like,
You
I
at an
don't use it
event.
anyway. Yeah, I think it would be more fun. And I don't use Instagram in general, like really hardly ever. So maybe I'll just like preserve that as like it's private. This is just my thought right now. Who knows? But because I don't really use Instagram, mostly what I go on there for is like to keep up with people that I went to middle school with or people that I went to high school with.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't
Maybe
know.
keep
Maybe
it
I'll
like,
just like keep it that way.
keep it private at first and then just see how many and then like then decide.
That's what happened with David Dobrik's assistant. She was private for so long and then she went public.
The Natalie girl?
No, Taylor, the blonde one.
Okay. I don't know.
She's like newer.
Okay.
But she said that she decided to just go public and then I like would just like refresh how many
really?
followers she had like that day and it like glitched and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think you could do like more. I mean, you want to do more personal content, right? Like
think-
TikToks or like Instagrams and like
I mean, I don't know if it'd be like personal
or like
but
lifestyle.
I like
maybe
show
just
myself
with your
more.
face at least.
Yeah, I like post a couple stories like, oh, that's like who I'm with or
Yeah.
yeah, probably just use it how I use my normal Instagram, not that frequently, but maybe I'll use it more now.
What about for like if you do like a tea update on TikTok? Will you like show your face in the green screen or something? Or I'm like I want all the
green
details. Like am I gonna see you like pop up and be like, oh, update on Ruby Frank?
Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cute. You should do
I'd
that.
be down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because now I can because I don't need the filter
Yeah, well,
on
I
my
mean,
voice.
I just like want to see more of you, and then like YouTube, we're not gonna see you still.
Yeah, I think like
so,
the YouTube will stay the way it is because I don't want to like change it. Like, it's like
Yeah.
the good things got like the good thing. I've got a good thing going. I don't want to mess it up. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to mess with the algorithm. The algorithm scares me.
I get it.
And I also feel like so much change. Like people would be mad. Like if I had a favorite YouTuber or something and they just like switched up their content entirely, I'd be so pissed.
Definitely.
I'd be like, why did you? No. Oh my god.
He switched up really.
Dennis
Remember at one point
did.
we were like, oh, look at how he's killing it, and then
I know Dennis he was on the top of the world. I was like, wow,
ruined
he
it.
is gonna hit 1 million. Like this is like where I'm getting all my news is from Death
Yeah.
Noodles, and then he wanted to be a comedian.
Well, I'm glad that you're taking this approach because I think it's like a safe one.
Yeah.
Because like it's like change, obviously, but it's like everything's gonna stay the same. Don't worry, people.
Yeah, like the main videos are not going anywhere, but new content will be coming. It's like an addition. Like that's what like I really want. I'm like, we're bringing more to the table, more content, but still with the same old.
Yeah. So you like.
But if you guys hate my voice, I'm gonna put the filter back on.
Yeah, I think so too. Like if it is, then just give the people what they want.
The Valley Girl voice.
Yeah.
So you think I'm
So
from
you need-
California?
So you need a little monster filter on it.
Yeah, I know.
So you feel probably like, I mean, obviously re-inspired by this whole new change in this reveal.
Yeah.
So creating more content. Like, have you seen yourself being on camera for a while now? Like, are you comfortable with that? Or, I mean, at one point you did have a photography channel, right?
I did, yeah. I had a YouTube channel.
Did you show your face on there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay.
They were cute. They were good videos. And they
should
got
post them.
views.
Are they up there?
No, they're gone.
No? Oh.
Yeah, when like people were digging for my identity for like during the Shane Dawson time, I like took everything down as I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, they're gonna find me. I don't know how they would have, but I thought it might have
Yeah,
come
no, I get
up
that.
somehow in the Google search. But yeah, I had a bunch of old YouTube channels where I showed my face and all that, and I had like collab channels with my friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did like chicken nugget challenge. Like we did all the
I did that type of
things.
stuff too. Just like challenge videos.
Yeah,
and
it was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, the photography videos were fun. Those got views because it was like tutorials. Like I remember I love taking pictures. That was like a really big thing. I feel like everyone that went through like that era where they were taking pictures of
Yeah, they were
themselves, like,
photographers.
for like Instagram when it first started and Facebook and everything. And then you like put these like sepia tone filters over them and like you're like so artsy.
Yeah, like-
that's what we were doing. But
Oh, after school, it's like, oh, do I do a photo shoot?
Yeah.
It's like, how many photo
that
shoot
was the
looks can we do?
activity.
Yeah.
And then we dump it all on Facebook in these big photo albums. I'm like, how did we think that was a good idea?
Are those things out there?
No.
No, you
No, they're
kinda
like
like-
all privated or deleted. But even then, like way before I started this, because I'm like, that was so embarrassing. Probably by the time I got to high school, I was like, get that off of there. I can't see, like, I was like, imagine if boys I like see this. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah. Did you have a moment where you like when you were doing YouTube and starting to pick up and you're like, okay, now everything I'm gonna like wipe myself from the internet?
Honestly,
Did you do it before?
no, because when I started it, I just started it like randomly and didn't think anything of it. But then once people started thinking I was Shane Dawson or Morgan and they were digging, I was so scared. I was so scared that they were gonna like expose me, and I didn't want that. I was like, I'm just like a normal girl. I'm working a job, and I just don't want this out there. I don't want this out there at all. And I also felt like at the time, I just would have been like embarrassed almost or something, because it wasn't like that
Was
big.
it like TMZ time?
Yeah, it was like that time, because I had started it around that time, and then I just was like, if someone finds this, I felt like the confidence that I had in the videos where I was being so me, it would just go away, because everyone that I worked with and even like my friends and stuff, I'm such an introvert and I'm not like this like loud.
But you're
like,
not. You think you are, but you're not an introvert.
Or like, okay, maybe not to like my friends, but to people that I worked with.
Okay.
For sure. I was really quiet. I wasn't like on camera or anything.
You were like a tour guide at one point. Was that
Yeah,
before
I was. And that was so out of my character.
Really?
I was so scared. Yeah, I was a Warner Brothers tour guide. That was the first job I ever had in LA. That's what moved me out here, was getting that job.
From Florida.
And I remember when they pitched the job to me, because I don't even remember applying for it. I think I just applied to every job under the sun. And I probably applied to a Warner Brothers job, didn't get it, and then my name was in the system, and they were like grabbing anyone, because they would hire in groups of 40. So anyone that they could get, they probably were just like, oh, you didn't get this job? Like, let's see if you want to be a tour guide.
Oh, really?
And so I got an email about it. And then on the phone, they pitched it to me that we would also like PA on shows like Ellen, Conan, The Real, they were filming at the time. And then there would be like random game shows that would film on the lot, and you would escort like audience members to and from.
Yeah.
Or you would like
What's a
be
PA? Producer assistant?
Production assistant.
Production assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're tripping me up.
I think about like physician assistant. Like, I don't know.
No, I think it's
Confused.
production assistant.
So you were that for how long?
I was only there for 6 months, I think.
And then you moved to TMZ.
Yeah.
Through it, like that company?
From being Warner Brothers tour guide, went to
TMZ.
TMZ. Yeah,
Kind of a
but
random
okay,
jump.
but that was the crazy thing. Obviously, I knew I didn't want to be at Warner Brothers doing that forever, but there was opportunity to grow there. Like, just being on the lot, you would access the entire lot, and people would come in all the time, or you would meet people that work there. I remember getting the phone number to one of the guys that worked on the show Shameless.
Okay.
And he was like, come to the office and like, let's talk. And I just thought like, some opportunity is going to come from me being here. And then also realizing, okay, maybe I don't want to work on like a TV show that only shoots like a couple times a year, because that's not full time. That's not job security. And at least the job that I had, like being this tour guide, I was 19.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I have like my whole life. But after a couple months, I got insurance. I was working like full time, because I started on like a seasonal position. So then my insurance was through that job, and I had benefits
Really?
and
Because
things.
you could still have your parents though, right? At that age?
Yeah.
But you got off of
like,
it?
Yeah, because it was like more expensive, but
So
I
you're
had like
like-
benefits
yeah.
and things. So when I got the offer to work at TMZ, it was going to be an intern. So it was like, I don't know if I'm going to have a job after this, but this is in the direction of something that I really want to do. Like, I always wanted to work in journalism, and I always wanted to work in news, and I love pop culture. I don't even remember applying to the job.
Yeah.
I was, like I said, I was applying to so many jobs under the sun, like this whole time
Wait, then
period.
is it part of Warner Brothers? TMZ?
Yeah, at the time, TMZ was part of Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So I think through the system somewhere, somehow,
Yeah.
probably just like hit a bunch of buttons, or somehow everything fell into place. And then I decided to go and do the internship.
And then at that time, you started to create Spill Sesh as well?
It was like a while later. So I started working there when I turned 20 that summer that I was an intern at TMZ. And then I want to say like a year later, like 2018 December, that's when I was like home by myself. I had made a bunch of channels at this time. I still had the photography or YouTube channel at the time. And then I started a food YouTube channel. Like I was making BuzzFeed tasty style videos because before I even moved to LA, when I was still in school, I had made those like tasty style videos for this company called Spoon University. And they would post our like videos on the Food Network Snapchat because Snapchat was like really big at the time. So anytime I made content, it would end up on that Snapchat. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so big. Because if I wasn't doing news, I wanted to do Food Network stuff. I wanted to be a chef. I love cooking. And so that was like, these are my two dreams. So while I was at TMZ, I was doing the food stuff. I was making food content, food videos, all of it, really hoping that it was going to go somewhere. And it just like wasn't taking. Nothing was happening. I was like, I don't know, like if I should be doing this anymore, and starting to lose motivation. But I kept pushing. I kept doing it. And then that December in 2018, I was home. I saw a drama video and I was like, I could do that. Text on a screen. The video that I watched was like text on the screen. So I knew I could do it. And then I just kept on doing that and I loved it. And then I stopped doing the food stuff and started talking about influencers. Because at the time, no one was talking about YouTubers. So I figured, okay, I could do this. It'd be fun.
Yeah, just as like and how did you create so December 2018?
Yeah, December 2018.
Yeah, I created mine December 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I started posting like more actively like when COVID really hit, like February.
Yeah, I think it wasn't until like March 2019 that I was like really trying to do it for real, like take it more serious.
And where'd the name come from?
I was just home and coming up with anything. I wanted it to like flow because everything was tea related at the time. So I was like, okay, like spell, and like I wanted it to be like the same letters. So I don't know. I landed upon that and I like it because
how
like,
about Spilly? Like where did Spilly? Did you make up that part or did someone else? Make
I don't know.
that up?
I think maybe I saw it in a comment. Thought it was cute or like funny to just call myself that.
Yeah, I think it's cute too. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Like, I mean, because you've also been doing things like red carpets and interviews.
Yeah, that's like also while I was working, when I first moved to LA, one of my Warner Brothers coworkers, he heard that I had done some stuff before. Like I'd worked at USA Today before I moved to LA. Like that was my college job for like 6 months. I was remote writing articles for them. And he heard that I was into that stuff and he was like, I know this woman. She owns this website and she just like has people that are interested in doing like red carpet stuff. She'll send you on location to different events. Like it's not paid, but it's good for a reel. Like she didn't really make money from it. It was just something fun that she had on the side. And then she would hire people, like not hire, but it's like a trade. Like she gets the content and you get stuff for your film reel, your like talent reel. And so he put me in contact with her and she would send me on a bunch of stuff. So I did that.
What are some people you've interviewed, like celebrity wise?
Oh my gosh. Let me think. I interviewed Victoria Justice. That was really fun. A bunch of people from Nickelodeon. All the stuff that we would go to was really like kid related. So pretty much everyone that was on Disney Channel like 4 years ago, except Olivia Rodrigo. I would love to have interviewed Olivia when she was on Bizarre Bark. Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing because she's a superstar now. I interviewed Kristen Johns one time. Her husband's Marcus Johns. He was big on Vine.
So is there footage of you out there on this woman's website interviewing people?
It's gone through like a bunch of changes over the years, but I know stuff is out there.
Yeah.
And then I think I have just random stuff. And then I started getting more emails from Warner Brothers after that where they were like, oh, can you come to this movie and this movie? And I was like, I can't because there's a strike right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, of course. Like I'm getting these opportunities as Spilly now and not like for someone else. And I can't go because there's a strike. Yeah, you can't promote anything that's like with these movies coming out because then you're showing support to the studios and the studios don't want to give money to actors and it's about so much more than just money. Yeah. It's also about insurance and also AI, which is so scary. They want to put in something about AI where it's just, when I was reading it, I was like, this is giving that Black Mirror episode that recently came out, and 100% they deserve rights to own any digital form of themselves. So it's about way more than money, and you cannot be promoting the studios at a time like this.
Do you like write a script when you make your videos?
Yeah.
Like, could you like just, what if you could just AI that?
I
would you write the script and do the voice?
I would love to
So you're
just
like,
AI
AI's
my
scary,
script,
but that would be great.
But I know I can't because it wouldn't, I just don't think that it would be as personal because.
Or your voice, maybe.
Yeah, I write the scripts. I actually have a software for that where you could just like say a couple sentences and then it'll like voice automate, but I don't think it sounds real.
Yeah. You tried?
Yeah, I did. I had a test and my friend told me about it and I just gave it a little whirl and it just didn't work out. But
before, people thought Spill Sesh was like maybe a company or, you know, kind of untouchable in a way. And now you are like a person. You are someone to blame for something. If someone like comes across your video and you do have a, you know, an Instagram that people know, they're going to reach out to maybe Kristi and be like, hey, like, I even feel like weird saying your name like out loud.
It's a
so
bad
bizarre.
word. You're like,
yeah, I'm like,
scared to say
I feel like I'm like hesitating every time I say it. But now that you're gonna have like you're kind of like forward facing in a different way.
Yeah.
Are you like? Do you think I don't know? Are you ready for that?
I feel like I'm not nervous about it because it's not like
you don't get a lot of backlash.
Well, I'm like I feel like it's not like I never got hate before ever. Like every video I make, there's always something that someone has to say. So I'm used to it in a sense. And I also just feel like there's always people that are gonna come for looks and da-da-da. Like there's always something that someone has to say. And I already know that. So
yeah. How do you feel about the
is
look
what it
stuff?
is.
Like, do you feel like you're gonna be? Because at one point I think people thought you're like maybe a blonde like white girl, right?
Even though my like profile picture is like brown hair.
So like, what do you think
I
about?
know everyone probably does think I'm like blonde from the Valley girl, like, you know. Like,
yeah.
I think the only thing that freaks me out the most is like safety stuff because people are weird. I think I care less about what people have to say about what I look like more than looking into like me and like my family and stuff. That is like what would get me like really riled up where I'm like, don't fuck with me.
Well, when that happens, just call me because I have plenty of that happening. But I was gonna ask you more about that. Like, do you think now you're putting a target on yourself? Like,
yeah, I feel like it.
Like, because
for like crazy people.
I mean, I think in different ways. Like, one, stalkers.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Also, people can maybe I don't know if they can cease and desist you easier, but now that they can figure out who you are.
I feel like people have attempted before, so
yeah,
I feel like they would do it anyway.
Yeah,
they would have done it.
Yeah, I mean that part's like a little bit like frightening. I think for sure that like people can like go after your family or
that's
your
parents.
That's
the part that keeps me up at night. Is the oh my gosh, like people better not try and be weird. Boundaries. People need to know boundaries.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. Like you could come for my looks. I really don't care. Whatever. But that stuff. That's like what would really get me.
Well, no one's gonna get to you because you've got a huge gate with barbed wire and
you've got barbed wire,
German shepherds,
exactly
guarding the facility.
I had that beware sign outside. yeah,
they should be. I don't think you do anything that's like because sometimes like I can piss some people off. I think you can too, of course. But like sometimes I feel like I do even worse because I get so much like shit back.
Get passionate.
Oh God, it's terrible. In the beginning of your video, actually, like speaking of, like I was there when you first met Morgan. We took a selfie.
Yes,
so I'm gonna have like the editor put the selfie in.
Yeah.
So you met Morgan before, and you used her in your opening of your reveal video.
Yeah, I
mean, that's the plan right now. We'll see what happens. I think it looked really good, though. I mean, I was showing you yesterday.
I mean, we did no other intro, so that's the intro.
Yeah. So, like, how do you think Morgan's gonna react to like? I mean, I guess all this is probably like somewhat relief.
I almost thought because we talked about it for a little bit and like thought about asking her to film a little something for the beginning, but then I was like, okay, like no, like I already have Manny in it, so let me just leave it at that and like tease that it's like Morgan for 2 seconds and then it reveal that it's me. Yeah. I just feel like it would be funny and fun for people that have been there since the beginning and know the inside joke of that. For them to see that will be like fun and exciting because it's like funny to put it in. And when I found that specific clip of her, I thought this is perfect. It's so funny. She's doing this evil laugh. She's not on camera yet. I felt like it was I had to use that one.
Yeah, and it was like shot really nicely too. I was like, oh yes,
He killed it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yeah.
if
Shout
I did
out
that,
Ryan.
Yeah, it would be like a big glare on the screen if I tried to do that. So I don't know how we did it, but it was perfect.
I know, that was amazing because that was the thing about the reveal. I knew I could not be in charge of doing that whole thing by myself. I never would have done it. If Manny had said no to doing, I don't know what else I would have done.
Yeah.
Maybe ask Morgan to be in it,
How
but
about James
I don't know what
Charles?
No.
No.
That wouldn't even make sense.
It'd
And
be
that
him
would just be
talking the
so
entire
bad
time.
and me getting canceled.
Yeah.
Because no. But I thought like Morgan, but like what would we talk about and like do? Like we would just have to sit there.
Is she a
and be
big
like,
makeup girly or no?
not, I mean,
she
does, but yeah, not the beauty
Not a
guru
guru.
that Shane
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But
Is that Shade? Shane?
well, he came out with that palette.
Palette, the best-selling palette. So I guess so. You must know
Conspiracy
something.
palette.
Yeah, I mean, every time I saw him doing his own makeup, it looked like scary. I was like, I don't know how to do makeup, but I think I could do better
It
than
was
that.
so bad. I remember there was one picture where it was like green.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the thing is, at that time, it was before him and Jeffrey were canceled. I was eating it up. Everyone was eating it up. They were like gassing him up so hard. Everyone said, oh my gosh, Shane, you've improved so much. Oh my gosh, Shane looks amazing. I probably said it looked amazing. But then looking back now, I'm like, jump scare.
Yeah, I know.
What
we were
were we
like,
thinking?
but during the conspiracy
I was so
time,
excited for that freaking palette.
yeah.
That
Did
was
you get
the
it?
time. Yeah.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. I remember, I think that was the first and only time I ever went into the Morphe store
Oh, really?
was to get that palette. Shane had put drama channels in the on the PR list, and Jeffrey too. Like they were sending drama channels the palette.
Yeah.
But the one that I got was cracked. And then I remember Jeffrey was saying that he was going to send me one. And then he like asked me for my address. And I actually gave it to him.
Yeah.
I actually gave it to him, but I never got it.
Oh, really?
And I never got it.
So, but then how does it go from like Jeffrey asking for your address to him like blocking you? Like what happened with?
I had made a video talking about the stuff that was then coming out about Jeffrey, the Insider article, because that stuff was very dark. Like a lot of censoring in that video, a lot of trigger warnings.
What was the accusations again? Like
he had
R-worded?
tased someone. I don't remember exactly, but I
someone?
remember that there was like a taser involved.
Oh God.
Things like that. It was just not good.
Yeah.
Drugs, things like that. I made a video talking about it, and that's when he blocked me because I was talking about the accusations that were coming out about him.
Do you feel like now that you are revealing yourself that you have like a new relationship to build with these people? Like kind of like it's a fresh start. Like
I'm not about to be like, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
No. I feel like everything stays the same. Like my stance isn't going away because now they know who I am. I'm not like, oh my God, they know what I look like. Now I can't talk about, no.
Well, so Shane, are you on? I mean, would you go on his podcast?
Oh my God. Yeah, let's talk about your past. Like, let's talk about all that stuff.
You would, yeah.
I feel like,
but it's not about me.
I wouldn't go on and like, kumbaya by the campfire. I would not be roasting marshmallows with him, having the best time of my life.
Yeah.
But I would definitely want to talk about like the serious stuff.
What if he invited you on for your reveal?
Oh my gosh.
Like, and then you
That's
are,
like a full circle
and then you
moment.
like roll up and you're like, hey, actually.
I think that's like a really good question though, because obviously there's been a lot that's gone on with Shane.
Yeah.
He's been so problematic. Like there's been some very bad videos about him or like that he's made out there. I don't think that the stance on that changes. Nothing can make that right. But he's in a new era now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still like thinks the way
Is
that
he
he
having
used
a
to in
kid?
those videos. Yeah, he's having two. They're having twins.
Wow.
Twin boys.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if, he's changed as a person or he's just like not making content like that anymore. But I would be interested in having a conversation with him. I don't know about like, I wouldn't want to, I would be like
kumbaya,
canceled.
like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
And I don't want to associate with people that are making negative content or have. I mean, obviously people can change, yes, but
He's
we
done
could
a
have
lot
a
of
conversation about it. I would be open to hearing like, I feel like that's a good video though, is
Good
like
content.
a conversation with Shane Dawson. Let's talk about the past. But that's the thing, when you go on people's podcasts, a lot of the time you don't want to talk about the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's not going to want to sit there and talk about the past. Like,
Yeah.
no way he's going to agree to that. I would want to ask the questions. Let him be like, why did you make this specific video with Shanae? Or what made you want to draw her eyebrow like that and talk like that?
Yeah.
Where did you learn that from?
A lot of people assume that creators like us, we hate the people we talk about.
Yeah.
Is there any creators like you hate or you don't even like talking about that you just like end up talking about?
That's a good one. I don't think there's anyone that I hate.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of energy
Yeah.
to really hate
Especially
someone.
in like a work, like this is our job too, you know? It's
Yeah. I don't think I hate anyone. Obviously, just people I don't like or people that
Like
I
who?
don't love that they've done stuff.
Is there anyone though that like it's like a personal, like you just do not like them?
A personal.
You hate make content on them.
No.
No. Yeah, I agree. I don't have like any like, I mean, I feel like it got a little bit there with the Ace family at one point
Oh
when
my
they started
God.
like
Yeah, I mean,
cease and
when they-
desisting me, but
Oh, I hate Ruby.
I was just like,
what the
oh
heck?
God, they like drove me
I hate
crazy a
Ruby
little bit.
and Jody.
Yeah, I know.
That's one to hate.
Yeah.
'Cause
They cease and desisted us both, right? That's how we kind of connected.
her photographer tried to
Was it the same thing I
cease and
got?
desist me.
It wasn't the same
It
thing
wasn't
like
the
Iron Duff
same,
Noodles
no.
got? No. So I'm really glad that you came onto my podcast because like this is huge news. Like, do you have, I mean, it's huge. It's going to be headlines.
Breaking news.
So, I mean, you are doing like a lot to prepare for this face reveal. Like, I know you've gotten a publicist and you
Oh
are
my God.
like doing it so officially.
Exposing me.
No, it's not bad though, right? I don't think
I
it's
don't
bad.
know. I don't think so. I needed help,
You
you guys.
need help. I mean, how do you
I
do
couldn't
this?
do it on my own. Like I said, I was so scared to have it just like not look good. I needed the video to look so good. So I needed to have someone that was going to be like on my side, going with it through,
Yeah.
like going through this whole thing with me, like a hand to hold, honestly, that was going to find like the best person to film it and coordinate like where we were going to film. Cause I'm not on camera. I filmed stuff before. I could have totally filmed it. I had like a white background in my
know how to
house. I had
edit.
like a lot of stuff. I could have done it, but I didn't want to. I knew I would have been way too stressed. It's already just so stressful to think that I was breaking out like before we
Yeah.
were filming it, just thinking, okay, like what am I gonna say? What are we gonna do? Like what are we gonna talk about in this video? That I didn't want anything else to stress about. So I knew I had to hire people to help me with this video.
It's kind of like an accountability partner too. Like if you had to put it up to you, it's like, would you really all do it? I mean, it sounds so stressful, but if you got someone there,
I
it's
just
like,
don't think I would have done it if I did not have help on this video. It would not have happened because I knew I needed it to be perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself going on like a little like press tour now?
I would love to. I mean,
I want to
hello?
see you on Just Trash.
Stop, number one.
And you're bringing me because I need to go.
I would love to go on Trisha's podcast, mostly because she did mention she was curious about who I was. I feel like I have so much that I would want to ask her.
Really?
Obviously, Trisha's been through a lot. She's problematic, but she's like kind of in a new
Would it be
era
like a Shane
now.
situation where you're gonna like, you know, because you're ready for Shane? Are you gonna like challenge Trisha and like?
I feel like you have to a little bit,
Trisha?
but in like a nice way though.
Now she's in her new
Because otherwise
personality.
she would like shut down and like walk away and be like frenemies thing.
yeah.
And you can have that, but there's like things that there's a lot of people that don't like her still, and
Yeah.
just because like I'm showing my face, I can be like buddy with people. Like I have to like maintain true to what I've always like said and always done and how I feel about people. And like obviously there's things in her past, but of course like I would love to hear what she has to say about that because she did say she was curious about it. And I've made videos about her before and I've criticized her. So if she would be open to it, I'd be surprised. But I would be down.
To the podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you don't have to go in like guns blazing though.
No, I would not go in guns blazing. Oh my God. This is Trisha though. She does not like criticism.
I think she would just be like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, you're in your 20s, you built this whole thing, like, you're doing it all. Like, I don't know,
But
kind of
I
like a
feel
Tana interaction.
You know, once you get into it, like she talked about stuff with Jeff and she talked about stuff with Tana.
Yeah.
It's not like she would stray away entirely. She was open to talking about stuff about Jason. She talked about the vlog squad. I feel like she is open to talking about parts of her life. She's recently even talked about the time where she was going by different pronouns and when she was trans, and that was a whole controversy. And if she's willing to talk about that on her own and she's willing to talk about that with like Tana and Jeff and stuff, like why wouldn't she talk about it with me?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Wait, so what are some other like podcasts you'd want to go on to?
I don't know. I feel like let me go on BFFs or Plan Brie because she had drama with Trisha and I talked about it and I was like, I like Brianna, but that wasn't nice. But then I heard that Trisha did hear from her and she like apologized privately or something like that. So I'm like, okay.
What about like Tana's podcast? Would you go on that?
I would definitely do canceled, but I don't know if I'd be like canceled from canceled.
Yeah. Have you met her?
No, I don't. I've never met her, but I was at her 21st birthday.
Oh, yeah? That's kind of weird, right?
And I saw her at like a Halloween party.
Was it a fun party? The birthday?
I think, yeah, it was fun.
Her 21st?
Yeah, her 21st.
I mean, it probably was huge then, right?
It was massive.
Where was it?
It was at some random mansion that had been rented out.
Were you doing YouTube at that point?
No, that was before. I think. Maybe, but I feel like it was like so early in the days then.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
What other, like, I mean, there's gonna be like articles, like maybe you can get on like TV. Can you imagine if you do like a little like news broadcast? Maybe do a quick.
How full circle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what if TMZ invites you to be like on their show? You could be a correspondent.
No.
Would you? TMZ's below the.
I can't. No, my ex works there. I can't do that.
Oh yeah. Actually, speaking of ex, last time you were on,
we filmed it. So dirty with this.
We filmed it so far in advance because I was like selling off the podcast and. You were in a relationship and we talked a lot about it because I was with you. Yeah, I was
like, I'm so happy. I met this great guy. I've never been happier. Like gassing him up. And then the episode comes out, we're broken up. And he texted me about it. Like he was so excited to hear it because he like really was excited to hear me talk about him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting. But yeah, I said nice stuff.
Why'd you guys break up?
It just wasn't working out.
Actually, I remember he was kind of like...
It was when you better not say. It just was not working out.
She was a sugar mama.
No, I hate you.
It's
it
okay.
just wasn't working out.
I took my ex to Hawaii a week before he cheated on me, so... Didn't you go to Hawaii? You took him to Hawaii too, and then
we did go.
And guess who funded that? YouTube. AdSense.
I can't with you.
Are you like anticipating anyone like coming up to you now? Like, because people come up to me sometimes and I'm like
I see it so much with you, but I would be like shocked to be like, what?
Yeah,
like a foreign concept to me right now.
No, it's so like it is still so weird sometimes because I'll like even I was at the airport just like 2 days ago and like I went to the Chick-fil-A to get some chicken before my flight. And, like, the girl was, like, waving me down. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, the worker. And she was like, I love your videos. I was like, oh. You never know who's watching.
I was thinking about it when I went to Disney, like, a couple weeks ago. Because I love going to Disney. Yeah. And my friends have passes, but sometimes I'll just go, like, by myself if they have work or something. Mm-hmm. And I only go for, like, a little bit. Because if there's, like, something that we really want that's the merch, like, we're...
Yeah.
Disney adults, but like, you know, cool Disney adults because people want to hate on Disney. Disney is fun, okay? And the food is good. And, anyway, I went to Disney and I was waiting in the line for the Haunted Mansion ride. It was so long because they're doing Haunted Holiday. It's Nightmare Before Christmas theme.
See, the waiting, I can't do it.
But it's Disney. My favorite ride, so it was the only ride I was going to ride that day and I wanted to wait for it.
Yeah.
And I was just in the line and I was just like, if someone like recognized me, I don't know what I would do with myself because I'm just sitting here, like, just standing, like, looking like whatever.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Because, like, I just always think about, like, celebrities that, like, get caught off guard and it's just, like, the worst photos of them. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I would do. Like,
it's going to happen now. Would you, like, befriend some subscribers? Like, what if people reach out to you and they want to, like, hang out?
I don't know. That kind of scares me.
I hung out with some people in Florida when I lived there.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I made friends.
I feel like that freaks me out.
They email you and they send their Instagram link. Like, you see if they're normal.
Like, that's so nice. Like, I love meeting people. But there's something about the, like, fan to, like, person that they watch. Like, relationship that, like, I'm like, there's no way that's, like, proper, like, right or something. I don't know. You know, like, Colleen...
Yeah, I mean, it's different also if they like come up to you in person because like, you know, like Brock and William and all these people are friends of my life. Like they all came up to me because they watched my videos.
Yeah.
And then we became friends because they're just like normal people.
That's true. Gabe did say that he watched my videos and then we revealed to him.
Yeah, that was cute.
Which is fun.
Okay, well,
Crazy.
we don't know when you're going to be like launching this. This is
No.
filmed on like what day? It's like the 11th, the 12th.
Yeah,
of
right now
October.
we're thinking like it'll be like in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And then we'll post like a few days after so we can make sure your video gets its moment trending. So if you guys want to go and so I'm not going to list your personal Instagram. They're going to have to dig for that.
I think I'm gonna link it though, like in my like Instagram
in your
and stuff.
like link tree or something.
Yeah, I'll probably just put it like in the bio.
Anything else you want to add?
I think that's
Yeah.
kind of it.
This is the beginning for Kristi.
Check out my second channel, you guys. I feel like that's where I'll be posting more of like my face.
Yeah, you should definitely promote that during it too.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
maybe
gonna
a
put
pinned
it.
comment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cute. Well, I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. I've watched you go through this entire thing, and now we're on the other side. And
I can't believe it.
yeah, it's awesome. So congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and I'll link everything below. So thank you, Spilly, Kristi, for your presence and your reveal. And I'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye, guys.